and welcome to the Diplomacy Timing Window, where the rules are discussed and our opinions don't matter. I'm Kazadoom, I'm back!
And I'm Hungry Hippos. Welcome back!
I'm the Half-Heard. Good to have you back, Kaza.
Thanks, guys. Missed you.
We missed you too.
Today we'll go over our New Year's resolutions that we've done for this new 2022 year. That's hopefully better than last. So yeah, what are your resolutions, Hippos?
Well, it might or may not be common knowledge that I am not a fan of the X-1 trade strategy card meta.
Shocked Pikachu face.
And anyone who's played a game with me will know I bitch and complain every single time. However, at least when I'm asked for it. However, I will not bitch when someone offers it to me when I have the cards. So perhaps a little hypocritical. So my New Year's resolution is to agree to do the X-1 meta a little more often and without being a whiny bitch about it.
Have you started yet?
Yes, actually, there's one game that I did do that in. So
good for you.
The new year is starting out strong for this one.
New year, new you. Proud of you, man.
I still hate it. I just don't want to be a big whiny bitch about it during the game.
Nice. Well, I guess I'll give you one of my Twilight Wars resolutions. I'll tell you that I've been playing on a couple other games in async format over the year, namely Game of Thrones, Diplomacy, and a little bit of Board Game Arena.
You traitor!
I know. Oh God. And I have to say, we complain about people taking their turns and games not moving quick enough. But I've been playing these other games, and it's like a miracle in these other games if people take their turn once every 24 hours. So my New Year's resolution is to certainly appreciate the great Twilight Wars player base that we have, and the fact that people are taking multiple turns a day. And
yeah, I can
appreciate that it just is a complex. Amazing. Yeah, just to appreciate that it is a complex and just very long game.
Yeah, I absolutely second that. I just recently started trying Advanced Wars by web, and it's awful. Like the turn takes 5-10 minutes, and I have a guy who did one turn and that was it, and then he timed out after 7 days, and a few other games that don't move at all. So even though sometimes you're like, I want to move, I want to do something, I know what I'll do next, you're kind of eager to do your move, and then it gets frustrating because it kind of drags on. It's way faster considering the amount of decisions that are taken in Twilight.
Yeah, exactly. Wars. So thank you, all you wonderful people. You make this
absolutely
this app fantastic.
Appreciate that. Yeah. That said, all those beautiful people that I just have to play with all the time, I really, really shall keep my game count at a reasonable number these days. It seems futile because whenever there's like a bunch of people coming on, like, yeah, let's do some introduction games, and there goes two more 6-player games. Yeah, it's like, I want to get people into this because it's so great, and like give them a good start, because I know that the first few games are rough in terms of the UI sometimes.
A little bit of a learning curve.
Yeah, learning curve, and being there with people, helping them out either via Discord or in the chat, and having like a group of new people that all have similar questions kind of makes sense. It's also fun to get to know other people.
So, Kaz, I'm confused. Yeah. Are you resolving to keep your game count down?
I mean, at the moment I'm at 19, and I declined another one today, which is nice. Good, I guess. No, but I want to reduce them down to 9, I guess. I want to stay single digits for a bit now. I don't know how the next month will be, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Well, good luck.
No judging. 9 is fine.
Yeah, just have to get rid of 10.
Yeah. So
Keep us posted on that process.
I'll end up with 25 at some point.
I think the community are well aware that Kazadoom here and another one in their community, Fingelfin, are rather strong players. I've played with them on a number of occasions, and it's no surprise that they will come out on top most of the time. I remember one game I was playing as Sar and they were Soul, and I felt like it was Fingelfin's sole purpose was to take everything from me. And thankfully, I didn't lose that game. I got actually ahead of him, but I didn't win. And honestly, I didn't really beat him. And it's so rare to beat either of these guys. And the tournament, I think, will show us that. So my resolution for this year will be to beat Fingelfin and Kazadoom.
I can get behind that. That's a great resolution. Good luck.
Yep,
that might be
absolutely.
tougher than Kaza's resolution to cut his game count in half. I could definitely relate to that because I have a game with both you and Kaza where we just assassinated him and then publicly executed him in the same go.
Yes, and it's still likely he's going to win.
And it's still like he's still on. Yeah, it's still looking in his favor.
I
have
just
another
hope
game.
that doesn't happen in my tournament game now, because that's one of the few things that could screw me over.
Yes, I'll root for you in the tournament game, but not in
The one I mean, we've had Fingelfin on the show once, and the one thing that I see as the linking between Kaza and Fingelfin is they use notes and they analyze, and that is not something I do at all. Most of my wins come out of pure luck, I guess, instead of analysis and notes.
Never underestimate luck.
And also playing a few games with Fingelfin as neighbor, he's really looking at what easy points you got, like Mechatol points and stuff, Imperial points. And he's not afraid to just go in, which I had to learn the hard way in a few games.
Yeah.
And maybe you guys can help me on this then, because I have a game with Fingelfin and he's want to do a support swap, and that on the one hand it sounds like a good idea, on the other hand it sounds like I'd just be giving him an advantage.
Don't trade with Fing.
Just don't trade.
It's a two-sided advantage, so you get it too. But yeah,
I don't know. He's probably
you'll
just
get
way
your
better
piece.
than me. So.
You'll get your piece, and if you are in a decent position, you know that he can't take you on without losing a point. So
it's probably what you're saying to just get me to trade support swap with you in the future. I see mind games.
I'm big on non-binding deals, but if it comes to the victory or not, I'll not stick to them.
Go for the jugular.
Yeah, that's like I'll stick to them to the bitter end until it's about the victory. So I like to have some plastic to make sure that my deals that I do have some force behind them.
My next resolution is, I guess, to say I struggle. I feel like I've been getting better, but I struggle in this game to be objective oriented. I find that the game is just so interesting, and especially I have to say I love technology. Can I get an amen on that? Like, I love technology. And
choose the card.
If I got politics, I'm 90% of the time I'm taking technology because I want tech. And it's doesn't always work out. You get all those great techs, but you can't score points. So my New Year's resolution is to try to be a little more objective oriented and not default choose tech every opportunity I get, and to look at the objectives and choose my cards accordingly. It'll be really
tough choice, man.
But
that's a tough choice.
Yeah. I feel like before playing Twilight Wars, I also always defaulted to tech. Like
It's just
in-person
why
games,
wouldn't
like tech. Everybody wanted it. You took speaker just to take tech.
Yeah. The it's difficult, right? You're there, you have the selection in front of you, and you're like, number 8, Imperial. It's so far down the. I mean, it's always so far down the line, and it doesn't get you anything other than to have to spend crap,
Stupid
spend
points.
Like,
stupid points. But I want my tech.
This whole game is designed to distract you from what you're supposed to do, which is scoring points. I tell you.
I've never thought of that before, but I think you're onto something.
Yeah. Just pick Imperial.
Yeah.
What do you got for us, Kaza? What's your next?
Yeah, I mean, with recently, I got so excited about my ships that I made that I finally like did fleets in all colors and pixel art. So yeah, I think I should not. Yeah, I shouldn't always plug my stuff. It's very tempting to be excited about the things that I make because I love it and I order my stuff all the time anyway for myself. And yeah, it's just something that I shouldn't share all the time because I don't want to plug it all the time. So yeah.
What are you not plugging again, Kaza?
My Red Bubble Shop.
Old
Pixel Shop, exactly.
On what site? And what site is it?
Find it on Etsy.
Etsy. Ye Old Pixel Shop at Etsy. No more
and
plugging.
Redbubble, yeah, where I have my pixel designs for all kinds of Twilight stuff.
That's
it's just
description
below.
Ye Old Pixel Shop at Etsy.
It's
Stop
just
plugging it.
something I love doing, and especially the pixel art, the 24 factions that I made in 32 times 32 pixels. I just love that stuff, and yeah, it's just.
All joking aside, it's great to see that you got a real passion for it. So
yeah,
yeah,
and
it honestly, some of the stuff is very cool.
In the end, especially the Redbubble revenue, I mostly send over to the devs for the servers. So.
You just keep giving and giving, don't you? Jeez, man, making the rest of us look bad.
Nah.
That's Ye Old Pixel Shop.
It was my first donation this year. I mean, I've spent so much time playing Twilight Wars and actually felt bad not contributing anything except a bit of voice.
You're a good man, Kessa. Let's see. My final New Year's resolution. So I have I usually stick around 14, 15 games. I think I'm at 12 right now and just got invited to another one. My best guess is one of those games, I have 2 lines in my notes section. And the rest is all just like either I remember-ish what's going on, or I make mistakes and I can't beat Kaza. And so my New Year's resolution...
Just doing random stuff.
Just doing random stuff, picking up that tech, is to use the notes section a little bit more. I don't know, maybe I need to talk to Fing directly and be like, what do I do? How do I analyze?
I know Strovel has his template.
That's true. I got to get Strovel's template. The thing is, though, I'm never often at the very bottom, but I'm also never really often at the very top. I wonder why.
Well, I think we're all dying to know, what are those 2 lines that you wrote?
It was the order in which I should play 2 action cards so that someone would sabotage the first and not the second. And then the other was the list of texts that I want.
There you go.
And and it was in no priority order. It was just a list.
Assault cannon,
wish
light
list
wave
of tech.
deflectors, War Sun.
Yeah, and the note I always do if I'm playing Nalu is as soon as I get hybrid crystal fighter, the only note in my note section from then on is no more cruisers.
I don't need that because I never build a cruiser with Nalu anyway. I don't know why they start with 1. I don't want it.
Because they know you'll never build it.
Just a dumb ship. Yeah. I don't know. I had a game where somebody did Cruiser 2 with Nalu and they were like, no, it didn't. Like, I got Mechatol, but now I don't do anything all game. It's kind of sad. No, but in general, I mean, taking notes, I got into the habit of whenever I get into a game that I haven't seen in a long time, I just flip through the text I have or the player overview and flip through the action cards and objectives and that. like that kind of replaces my note taking mostly.
Okay, good to know.
Well, my last resolution is, and I'm gonna preface this with a little bit of a confession. You guys may not know, but I am so addicted to Twilight Wars that I frequently will take my turns while you guys are speaking on our recordings of these diplomacy timing window episodes. And it results in poor performance both on the show and in the game. So I guess my resolution is to seek psychological help.
That's the only thing you can be doing. Like that, there is no other option.
Yeah, I might have to just check into my local mental health clinic.
Didn't somebody try to start a self-help group for Twilight Wars?
It's
That's
called
something in
Tim
the back of
Hortons,
my
right?
mind.
Right, Half-Heard?
Up here in Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Canada, as our good friend Strovo likes to call it. Yeah, no, I think there's been talk floating around about a support group. So I think it's over at Ye Old Pixel Shop. That's Ye Old Pixel Shop.
On Etsy.
On Etsy. Link in the description below. Like and subscribe. Mercy.
What's your last resolution, Kaza?
So my last one, I've got this great picture of my son mulling over a board from I think it was a Space Cats Peace Turtles tournament game where you see him with his hands behind his back, looking like he's mauling like a general what he's about to do.
It's a great one.
It's such a great picture, and I definitely have to get a few more of those, especially with my second one coming soon. I kind of have to get the whole squad together in front of the TI board to get some cool pictures.
Does he know how to play?
TI. He's 3, barely, not 3. So
maybe next year.
A couple more months.
Next year, yeah.
Maybe in a few more months.
I mean, there is my first scythe, I think. Maybe we should ask Dane to design my first Twilight Imperium or something along those lines. Like for the little ones.
Yeah.
Twilight Imperium for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, guys. I'm going to go copyright that real quick. Well,
I think we're setting ourselves up to succeed with these resolutions.
I was going to say, I think
absolutely,
we are. I think these are very attainable, realistic resolutions. Something that we're not going to just throw to the wind 2 weeks past New Year's.
I mean, it will take a few months until I can get there. It's more like a long-term thing to reduce game count because it just,
yeah, and
I don't know what you guys said because I was just playing a different game and I just took time. What are we talking about?
Oh, so many answers.
I'm ruined.
Yeah, and before I forget, I have a fourth one, and I'm just starting and like designing a few things, and maybe you guys have seen the polls in the poll section on the Discord, just figuring out what kind of game modes would make sense for a ladder style tournament with a final game.
That's right. Exciting. Yeah, stay tuned for that. I think it's a really exciting idea. I really like the idea of like a ongoing league type format. So I think we'll be seeing that coming around.
And once the finals are done,
once the finals are finished,
we can, or like we're in the plan. I'm in the planning process and just trying to get a rule set together that makes sense and doesn't fall apart on little things like games not finishing and stuff like that. So there's a lot to consider and to figure out a lot. And thanks for doing the poll. And maybe if you haven't done it yet, please hop in and put in your preference so we can make a tournament that you actually want to play in and not have like build galaxy all random and everybody hates it. So
This
That's
is
my
on
favorite.
the Twilight Wars Discord channel, the poll channel, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right. And we'll have the
Perfect.
link below as well.
Well, Kaza, it's been wonderful having you back for this episode. It's been a while. I know the tournament is ongoing, and we're not going to get into that, but I just want to say it's great to have you.
Yeah, it's great to be back. I missed you.
Yeah, good luck with the rest of your semis, and we're rooting for you to make it to the final.
Thank you. I hope everything works out.
Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, guys and girls.
See you at the table.
Well, I think we've spent enough time stalling in this timing window. So let's hit the pass button and keep the game moving.